Today is Monday. However, I am reading for last Friday, August the 8th. August. August the 14th, 2026, the day of the mortar mirror. Temperance, moderation in all things. I am streaming live from New York, outside. It's raining today, but I have like an hour before I start my class. So let's see. Let's see how this works. Divine winning. You think, should I move? Excuse me, ma'am. Should I move? Yeah. Let me go ahead and find another place. I wonder, can I sit right there instead? This is too hard. Okay, much better location since the stores are opening up. You want to use? You want to use?
Use it for later.
Hopefully be dried up.
Yeah, because I'm wet.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just 1 second. Just 1 moment.
Okay.
You sit. No
I'm
problem.
okay?
Yeah, you go.
Okay.
So I'm going to close it? No. I mean, let's open it. Really? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. No, you're fine. Yeah. I got it.
Good morning, Christy. Anyone who comes in, I'm just doing me. This is a part of my journaling and learning tarot. So I'm so far behind. This is the energy for last Friday, August 14th. Got a little bit of time today. Okay, so temperance, moderation.
Ready for your exam?
Huh?
Ready for your exam?
Oh, to do the
Midterm.
to do the skill today,
No, midterm exam.
midterm. Well, we still have to finish the skills from
After the
Friday.
exam. She said she can do it throughout the week.
Huh?
She said she can do it throughout the week.
Throughout the week,
The scales.
the scales.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe in the afternoon.
yeah, because we all didn't get a chance to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody don't get a chance, but
You want to pull you over a chair and you can wipe it? One of the smaller ones if you want to sit down. I'm just doing my journaling,
huh?
catching up before class. This is not anything to do with class.
I don't reach you. No, I was to do multiple choice.
Yeah, thank goodness.
I just do like I want to be a millionaire. They give me experiment lenses. Look up it.
Yeah. One more week
What's
to
my
go,
friend?
right? Or two,
A week and a day.
a week and a half, right?
A day. The 30%. One more week and a day.
Huh? Okay, sister, let me get, I gotta get to this. I gotta get to this. Okay, so we're gonna start this reading off with the Six of Wands. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Okay, the Six of Wands. Try to skim through this really quickly. So, so unprofessional right now, but it's the words that's coming out of my mouth that's important. If you're interested in tarot, use what you hear, according to your own intuition, and by also, taking it how it resonates. So the Six of Wands, if at first you don't succeed, always try again, right? Okay, rewards and recognitions. Important news arriving. So amidst waving banners and cheering crowds, a man rides proudly on his steed. New York is so noisy. I don't know why I did this. Suitably attired and decorated for what could pass as a victory parade. The wand he carries bears a laurel wreath, signifying success. The Six of Wands can bring rewards and recognition with others applauding your efforts and signing your praises. You should feel a sense of satisfaction in your accomplishments, and your success is well deserved. The scene appears similar to a victory parade where you're riding high. As a card that suggests achievement and advancement, it can indicate being recognized with an award or receiving a promotion, particularly in the workplace, but it can also pertain to other areas of life. Promotional activities can be highlighted, so this would be a good time to take action if you need to raise your profile or launch a new venture or product. You should find others view you favorably and are supportive towards you and your endeavors at this time. The Six of Wands can also represent the arrival of important news, usually of the favorable variety, and this may be in any area of life. However, reversed or challenging aspects may indicate a lack of confidence or motivation, which can hold back your ability to activate plans. It can suggest a lack of support from those who surround you or not receiving the due recognition that you feel you deserve. There can be delays in achieving goals and plans may be thwarted. Okay, so the temperance, moderation in all things, patience and moderation, harmony and balance, healing and renewal, high in the heavens and enveloped by stars. The temperance angel holds a silver and golden cup containing the opposing elements of water and fire. Huh?
You're right.
Huh?
You're right.
Huh?
You're right.
Oh, oh, okay. Patience and moderation, harmony and balance, healing and renewal, high in the heavens and enveloped by stars. The temperance angel holds a silver and golden cup containing the opposing elements of water and fire. She wears a peaceful expression as she contemplates blending and integrating the opposing forces to attain balance, whilst the color of all the suit's elements are represented in her clothing. Temperance represents moderation, taking the middle path and a balanced approach in order to successfully harmonize.
Okay, they're right. Good. You know, by the trigger, what now?
Give them this. So opposing forces, whereas justice indicates a balanced mind, temperance represents balanced emotions, indicated balance, the delicate balancing act to find peace within the internal world of emotions. The world of the emotional self, excuse me. As a card of harmony and balance, the temperance angel can help to bring healing to all types of situations. With a gentle touch, patience, and diplomacy, satisfactory solutions can be found through compromise for a beneficial outcome. If there has been a strain in relationships, it can help soothe upsets or repair broken bridges to restore harmony and bring an element of renewal. The gentle influence of Temperance card can be excellent for physical well-being and can often be found in healing situations. However, reversed or challenging aspects can indicate situations that are out of balance, particularly in relations to something in excess, as such indulgent behaviors where restraint is lacking, impatient or intolerance, rigid behaviors or lack of cooperation between people, an inability to find peace within oneself and surrounding circumstances. So the Page of Wands, a positive revolution. Wake and bake.
know you don't smoke, but I'm sorry.
I
I have to
do.
move, right?
I do. You don't have to move.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
So the Page of Wands, a positive revolution. News regarding work or venture. Outgoing child. A well-dressed page in the colors of their royal house confidently presents their wand. The page is young, representing youthful energy, children, and minors. In divination, the pages are the main cards we look for regarding news and messages arriving. As relevant to the suit of action and enterprise, the Page of Wands usually brings exciting messages regarding work ventures and creative projects. There is an element of enthusiasm in relation to the wand suit, suggesting activity surrounding the arrival of this news. All forms of communication can feature, and the news received is usually of a happy nature. Unless followed by a less favorable card. When representing a child or facet of personality, this card suggests that they would be identified as having a gregarious nature, full of energy with a sunny disposition, bold and adventurous, confident and outgoing. Happy go lucky, they may have a tendency to dive into things head first, but what they lack in preparation and foresight, they make up for with enthusiasm. They may be headstrong and prone to act impetuously. Can represent young people with the astrological sun sign of the fire element, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. However, reversed or challenging aspects, work-related news may not be what you hoped to hear. Delays and blockages in communications representing a young person, it may take on the less favorable character aspects and can suggest being high strung or lacking confidence to move forward. The Empress, love changes everything. Fruitful and abundant harvest, nurturing fertility. Against a thriving landscape, a beautifully dressed woman gently nurses the symbol of Venus, which represents love, fertility, and prosperity. Her form suggests she may be pregnant and highlights her ability to manifest life. The combination of earthly and heavenly symbols of the zodiac represents the integration and harmonizing of spiritual and earthly matters, realizing their full potential. The Empress represents the bountiful harvest, what matters coming to fruition through careful nurturing, and as a card of abundance, it can indicate growth and prosperity and can bring a happy conclusion to all matters with the promise of good rewards for your effort. It represents nurturing in whatever setting and in all its form and suggests its potential fulfilled. With the right care and attention, your projects can flourish and creative endeavors are well aspected. Fertility can feature with this card, so pregnancy, birth, or parenting can be relevant. Home and family relationships thrive with material comfort and emotional security, and it can show the strong influence of a mother or a mother figure. The Empress can also bring harmonious conditions to love relationships. However, reversed or challenging aspects may indicate challenging situations in relations to bringing the upright meaning to realization, such as strained relationships, difficulties with a mother figure or in a domestic setting, fertility issues, projects withering and failing to complete, blocks to creativity and diminishing prosperity, possibly due to extravagance, smothering love. So the Two of Pentacles is here, going with the flow. Mary Mother, thank you. Merry meetings, everyone. Happy Monday. Should be excited for this first day of the week. Put your best foot forward. The Two of Pentacles, going with the flow, maintaining balance, cash flow multiples. A stormy sky appears to brew against a calm sea, suggesting mixed conditions. Did she fall? Did she fall? Did she fall?
No. Oh, sorry. Sorry to bother.
It's okay, boo.
Are you doing
I appreciate it.
CNA or PCT?
Yeah, the CNA.
CNA, you did your exam?
No, it was the HHA.
18? September 18th?
The end of the month.
And then the month I have my last exam on August 20th.
When?
I'm leaving my college. But I don't know why people still failing. Because we did skills, everything.
Why you didn't go here?
Free? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do it here. For Lehman, I have the prometric. It's crazy.
Yeah, they need men.
I just opened the phone. They show me.
Yeah. I like CNA too. I was certified in Atlanta.
Alana,
I was certified, but that was years ago. I wouldn't mind doing that because I want to work in a facility now. I don't mind home health, but to keep my body moving, I want to work in a facility. So that'll come later.
in Atlanta, so you done everything.
I did.
You did it, and you start working. So why are you?
Well, that was years ago. Yeah, that had
So
expired.
now I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just want to tell you to study harder because my admission letter from ID. This is our last exam, alternative.
It's crazy. You must arrive 20 minutes. That's on the 20th. That's soon coming up.
Yeah. In
Great.
4 days.
Congratulations.
3 days or 4 days?
It's not free, is it?
What?
It's not free.
No, this is our reminder. This is our prometric exam, the last. From you see prometric ID. Are scheduled to take the following exam at the time and date. Nobody will know. 8/5/25. Last attempt.
Yes.
For Lehman College.
You could do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I was trying to postpone it. I mean, reject and wait and
Get it over
make
with.
more money. But this, I feel like I'm gonna fail. So now, I don't know. How can I restart?
You can always go on YouTube.
I will show you the.
Go on YouTube and it'll,
I'll
help
show
you out.
some results. You know the problem. I'm not studying, right?
That's why I said go on
That's
YouTube.
the
You can see it.
second thing. The CNN is like they show you everything you do at school. You see, you feel, you see it's easy. But when you go to the exam,
Good.
you see it's different.
Right, it is. Well, it's fine.
24 students, just 3 pass or 4.
It'd be multiple choices,
Yeah, I know.
so it's okay. It's not bad at all. But go on, what if you don't like to read and stuff, you got YouTube now that you can
Yeah, I
just
got
see
YouTube,
it
but I really,
and you can listen. Type in like CNA class, you know. Sorry about that, guys.
Hey, how you
Hey,
doing? How you
okay,
singing there? She had a
yeah.
rag wiping the chest, huh?
You need it.
Thank you.
So we're here at the Two of Pentacles. Let me go ahead and start over. Maintaining balance, cash flow multiples. A stormy sky appears to brew against a calm sea, suggesting mixed mixed conditions. A well-dressed merchant concentrates while juggling two golden pentacles through a rainbow, which is usually considered to be a good omen. The Two of Pentacles represents the effort required to successfully maintain a balance in some area of life and suggests you have the ability to keep everything flowing smoothly. It can feel as though you're engaged in a balancing act, but with some careful maneuvers, you can steady the ship and achieve harmonious equilibrium. In personal matters, it can indicate the effort required to attain balance, create between different aspects of life, such as home and work. And it can suggest juggling finances, balancing the books, a cash flow situation, or a secondary source of income. In work matters, it can represent keeping more than one project going simultaneously, multitasking, job sharing, or having more than one job. There are various situations where you may be dealing with multiple, such as a second property, for example. So the question, the background, any surrounding cars, or the Two of Pentacles placements in a spread can help provide more context. Reversed or challenging aspects can represent fluctuating circumstances or a lack of balance. Frantic efforts can lead to mistakes and loss of control in a situation. Everything may feel out of kilter. With any challenging aspects, it may suggest dropping the ball and failure to hold things steady. So the Knight of Cups is getting caught up in your emotions. Offers and proposals, invitations. The gallant Knight of Cups makes a graceful entrance as they offer you their cup, suggesting an emotional token. They appear to be on a romantic quest rather than one of battle. The Caparis Taurus bears the alchemical sign of for the water and wears in the string, which is symbolic of emotions. The Knight of Cups presents you with a pleasant proposition, and while it may be of the romantic variety, it can also represent an offer or proposal in any area of life that affects you on an emotional level. So traditionally, the Knight of Cups indicates a marriage proposal, but it can also be a declaration of love or invitation for a love interest. It can also apply to different situations in other areas of life, such as work or property offers, business proposals, or social invitations. If using the knight to represent a young person or character trait, this knight can be a romantic idealist, charming and considerate with their sensitive nature. They may have artistic tendencies but can be unrealistic dreamers, moody with shifting emotions and lack following through. So reverse or challenging aspects offer an invitation postponed or failed to develop. A proposal may not be as it first appears. If you're looking for a committed relationship, then this may be one to avoid, as the reverse card can suggest one who enjoys the ideal of romance, but with no strings attached, a flirt, a serial dater, or someone who is otherwise non committal. So the Seven of Wands. Fortune favors the brave. Defending your corner, courageous of convictions. Negotiations. A man appears to guard a brightly lit door. With wand in hand, he confidently stands in his ground to the six other wands that advance towards him. The open doorway may suggest the inner plane of his psyche, his internal world and beliefs, rather than the material or physical world. The Seven of Wands suggests that you may be challenged and feel the need to defend your corner on a point of principle or regarding something that you feel strongly about. It stand up and be counted, and this could be concerning a matter that's close to your heart and where you feel your integrity is at stake. Whilst you may meet with opposition, the Seven of Wands indicates that you hold an advantage and have the upper hand. So, with the right approach, you can win through in the situation. To do so, you will need to remain calm, have confidence in yourself, and possess the courage to stand up for what you believe in. So the Seven of Wands can also represent negotiations. However, reversed or challenging aspects, you may be working from a weakened position and have difficulty holding forth. Self-doubt or the inability to be decisive and hold firm. For some, it may indicate taking a dogmatic approach, being in a fixed mindset, or being overly defensive. The Two of Wands, the courage to be oneself. Joint ventures, establishing plans. The traveler walks towards two wands firmly planted in the ground, suggesting taking action with plans becoming established. The two wands and the pathway are illuminated from above, forming a gateway to the future of an inspired vision. Having moved forward from the energy and ideas that the ace brought, the two of wands shows that the early stages have progressed to get something off the ground. This card can show that you're taking the initial steps in the direction of your goals and ambitions, setting your course and putting plans into action. The Two of Wands brings continuation to the journey that begins in the Ace, so it usually suggests something that has already been started, taking early plans forward and working with them. Our travelers' journeys light, suggesting the initial stages on their path as the vast and yet unknown horizons of their ambition unfolds into the distance. Working groups, business partnerships, and joint ventures can be indicated by this card, along with both formal and informal arrangements of collective endeavors, such as collaborations. Reversed or challenging aspects, there may be difficulty or challenges getting plans underway, and it can suggest the scattered focus is preventing progress from being made and a commitment to the task at hand is needed. May indicate a lack of harmony with a business partner or working group. So the Four of Wands, turning a new page. Turning a new page. Stability, leisure time, wedding plans. Four wands firmly planted in the ground form a square. an equal-sided structure that can symbolize stability. As matters find formation, the family dressed in simple attire appears happy and relaxed in peaceful surroundings. The garland adorning the four wands is often likened to a wedding bower. The Four of Wands brings structure and stability to your plans as a result of the work that has gone before. You should feel satisfied with what you have so far accomplished, which means you can now reward yourself with some time out. Holidays may be indicated a time of rest and relaxation with loved ones and a welcome pause to enjoy some downtime with recreation and leisure pastimes. A rural setting or country activities may feature. The Four of Wands brings a feel-good factor into play, a sense of harmony and contentment with self and life, and a reminder of the joy that can be found in the simple pleasures of life. When appearing alongside other cards that may indicate marriage, such as the Ten of Cups or the Hierophant, it may suggest wedding plans are being made. However, reversed or challenging aspects, the Four of Wands reverse still retains a fairly positive outlook, although it recommends checking the foundations of your plans to ensure they are on a solid basis. Some see it as a sign of insecurity or instability. The World. All's well that ends well. Triumph, conclusion, successful completion. The female figure is confidently posed on a column of golden light surrounded by a laurel wreath, symbolizing success. She holds a wand in each hand, representing the union of opposites now fully integrated. Under starry skies, four emblems representing the elemental suits of the tarot bear witness, suggesting the perfect order of the cosmos and our unified place within it. The world closes the circle to achieve a triumphant conclusion and successful completion, so it can represent the culmination and attainment of a crowning moment in some area of your life. Rewards are well deserved, and you will feel delighted with your accomplishments, which bring happiness and a deep sense of fulfillment. Just as the inexperienced fool sets off on his journey through the majors, the themes and advice throughout speak of duality and balance until we finally arrive at the world where all the lessons have been applied to achieve the harmonious and perfected state of realization. The world is considered to be one of the most positive cards in the deck and assures of triumph in your endeavors. You're on top of the world. However, reverse or challenging aspects can indicate delays or blocks to the upright meaning, but may also suggest stagnation, difficulty achieving long-term aims, an incomplete goal, or unfinished business. If the upright card is followed by one that is challenging, it can thwart plans and may indicate short-lived success. The Four of Swords. So all work and no play makes you dull. Rest and recovery, retreat, consolidation. The knight takes rest from recent battles, symbolized by the three swords displayed between the banners. He retains his armor as the fourth sword remains close to hand, suggesting a pause in proceedings before continuing. The Four of Swords represents rest and recovery, taking time to recharge your batteries after a period of stress and strain. You may feel fatigued and slightly detached from outside events, experiencing a need to retreat and replenish energy reserves. For some, it can represent a period of respite, recuperation, or convalescence in relation to health and well-being in business matters or financial affairs, it may suggest consolidation in order to strengthen your position, especially if there has been a fallow period or a pause in activity. A period of regeneration may be required in order to take stock, regroup, and regather material resources before continuing onward. In relationships, the four swords can show withdrawal or pulling back from a situation, so it may indicate taking time out for some breathing space. However, reversed or challenging aspects, the four swords reverse can indicate picking up the baton and a gradual return to activities, suggesting a slow recovery. Some see the reverse card as the inability to gain some rest, even though it is desired. Conversely, other accounts view it as a period of imposed isolation and loneliness rather than voluntarily undertaking. The Nine of Wands, battle hardened. Perseverance and persistence, determination. The warrior holds firmly on to the nine wands as though for strength and support. Despite his wary demeanor, he makes a valiant stand in readiness to protect and defend the eight wands behind him. The moody sky suggests unsettled conditions. The Nine of Wands represents perseverance and persistence, and despite the weariness of effort and the journey so far, it suggests it's time to dig deep down and keep pressing on. You can rise to meet the challenge despite the stressful conditions. So now is the moment to gather all of your reserves for one final push towards the finish line. The Eight of Wands behind the weary warrior demonstrates the accumulation of his efforts to date and the battles that have been endured to reach this point. In similar fashion, it can show your preparedness to muster up the strength to see something through despite any trying conditions. The Nine of Wands represents having strength and determination in challenging circumstances, so now is not the moment to give up and throw in the towel. However, reversed or challenging aspects, obstacles prevent progress. Despite best efforts, challenges can feel relentless and are starting to gain ground to get the upper hand. A sense of world weariness may be developing in the face of what feels like an endless struggle or thankless task, and you may be questioning your motives. Challenging aspects may suggest thwarted efforts. The Seven of Cups. So many choices, so little time. Options and choices, pipe dreams, like visions from a dreamscape. Each of the seven cups partially reveals a fascinating curiosity. You will need to step closer to see them fully. They float in the air, suggesting subconscious desires or tempting daydreams. The dark clouds in the background serves as a warning against clouded judgment, while the Seven of Cups can bring options and choices. It is also a card that warns of daydreams and unrealistic desires. The tempting choices on display have an illusionary nature, which adds a cautionary note of being sensible to avoid wishful thinking or building castles in the air. You may feel overwhelmed in a situation where multiple options seems to be available. Imagination could color your thinking, and it would be easy to get carried away with the potential of possibilities. Whatever you may be faced with, ensure you take a practical and realistic approach and thoroughly research all the facts before making your choice. Reversed or challenging aspects may represent a clearer vision for the future with the ability to cut through illusions. An alternative view considers a lack of choice and lost opportunity through dithering, Some see the reverse card as an expansion of the upright meaning, and this may be the case of the upright Seven of Cups has a challenging aspects when followed by a less favorable card. The Emperor. Life is what you make it. Leadership and authority, responsibility, structure, and stability. The emperor dominates the scene as he rises above and surveys his domain, showing one in control and command. He stands in front of the zodiac wheel, suggesting mastery and ruler over all. Aries sits above his head, a symbol of leadership with fiery passion. The scrolls indicate important affairs of state as he plans and governs for the benefit of a stable society. The emperor represents leadership and authority with good reasoning skills and calm rationale to help forge structure and bring stability to situations. An area of life may require you to step forward and take the reins with a sense of purpose and mature responsibility to be in control and in command of the situation. This card can place you in a good position to achieve your ambitions by adopting similar qualities and stepping into your power. It can suggest successful endeavors, a promotion or position of responsibility may be highlighted. Sometimes it can represent those in powerful positions as higher authorities of the land, the leaders and rule makers of society. In relationships, it may suggest taking a head over heart approach or favoring logic over emotions, but it can also help to bring stability. However, reversed or challenging aspects can become domineering or tyrannical, self-important or drunk on power or ego out of control. Ambitions may fail to become realized. Authority is weakened and leadership is under threat. Secure structures and situations become unstable. The Queen of Cups. Love is truth. Fear is illusion. Gentle-natured, compassionate, a beautifully adorned queen loosely holds flowers in one hand and her golden cup in the other, but it doesn't hold her attention as she casts a faraway gaze. The ocean is visible from the finery of her balcony, suggesting the sea of her emotions, whilst two small dogs look on, indicating sweetness and devotion. The Queen of Cups represents someone who is good-natured and mild-mannered, usually softly spoken with a kind and gentle disposition, thoughtful and compassionate. They feel things deeply, so they may be at the mercy of their emotions. They can be very sensitive and take things to heart, being strongly attuned with their empathetic nature serves them well in caring, healing, or nurturing roles. They can be a romantic and may satisfy this expression through creativity or the arts, but may be prone to seeing the world through rose-tinted glasses. They don't like to rock the boat, so they can be submissive or passive-aggressive. The sweet-tempered Queen of Cups feels ill-equipped to deal with the harsher side of life. In divination, the Queen of Cups indicates a mature adult, traditionally female, and it can represent someone with the astrological sun sign of Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Reversed or challenging aspects, possible dependency issues, and over-reliance on others. Saturating can be gullible, sulky, childish, or insecure, or not averse to emotional blackmail. Some see the reverse card to suggest someone detached from their emotions, cold and unfeeling. Their meditation card is the Ten of Cups. Happily ever after. emotional fulfillment, domestic bliss, marriage, commitment. The setting provides a scene of serenity and domestic bliss, bringing the quiet enjoyment that comes through the fulfillment of emotional contentment. 10 upright cups arch around a home and its occupants encompassing them within their emotive realm. The cups are suspended within a rainbow, a good omen symbol for peace and happiness. The 10 brings completion to the emotional suit of cups. It represents the ultimate for love and happiness with emotional fulfillment. It can indicate harmonious and contented love, and it may bring joy and lasting success to a relationship. The Ten of Cups can represent a serious commitment being made in a relationship, so marriage may feature for some. For those seeking romance, it could suggest a potential for a serious love relationship to enter. The scene in this card is taken from the artist's perspective as though returning from work to his home and a family, and symbolizes the satisfaction of a peaceful and settled home life. The Ten of Cups is like the contented sigh of a happy heart, sated and fulfilled. Reversed or challenging aspects can indicate tensions within a marriage or family union and may warn to guard against complacency. Some see the reverse card as a loveless marriage or one of the convenience. When the upright card is followed by less favorable cards, it can and may suggest emotional challenges to the relationships or family happiness. So the death card is here. All things must come to an end. Endings and closure, major change and transformation. An armored skeleton faces us head on, as though ensuring we must confront it. The banner holds the white rose of purity and life, and the shield depicts a white horse, often linked to the gods and a symbol of strength and power. The death card brings closure to a situation and an ending that will usher in major change, whereby an area of life will be transformed as a result. It benefits from change. We need to remain open to it and recognize that through every life experience we have been given the opportunity for major growth on some level. The death card can release us from those things that no longer serve us, but we continue to cling to because we fear change. In doing so, we deny ourselves new opportunities that await. Throughout the course of our lives, we encounter many death card experiences, as without them, there would be no changes and no new beginnings. It heralds the ending of one phase of life to make way for a new one. This card may present itself for someone experiencing the grieving process, but the interpretation is normally figurative and rarely literal. Reversed or challenging aspects, the death card reverse can indicate a refusal to let go and move on from an ending, being in denial that something is over, resistance to change, a slow decline and prolonged ending, or a stagnating situation. Temperance, moderation in all things. The King of Wands, boldness, has genius, power, and magic in it. Wow, this is a long reading. Let's see what we do. The King of Wands is confident and dynamic, adventurous. The King of Wands strikes a confident pose upon a throne, engraved with salamanders, which represents the fire element. He appears to sit on the edge of his seat and gives the impression he could spring into action at any moment, representing character traits or an aspect of personality. The King of Wands is confident, outgoing, and charismatic with a vibrant and roguish charm that makes them popular. They have a dynamic and exciting quality, so they're usually at the heart of the action, which they constantly seek. They're pioneers and trailblazers who push boundaries with persuasive leadership qualities that can rally others to their cause as they forge ahead with grand vision and plans. They are usually compassionate and optimistic with an irresistible drive to but prone to hasty decisions or may seem impulsive. They can act without much planning or forethought. In divination, the King of Wands represents a mature adult, traditionally male, and this may be someone you know or someone of this description who is yet to play a part when appearing in future positions. It can represent the astrological sun sign of the Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Reversed or challenging aspects may be hedonistic, giving to exaggeration, or disorganized to the point of chaos. Can be fiery and volatile, arrogant, egotistical, domineering and quick to anger, self-centered and inconsiderate as to how their plans may impact others, lack self-discipline. The Queen of Swords, saying it how it is. Independent spirit perspective. The queen raises her sword towards the elevated light and on a column which reflects on her crown and sword, symbolic of the ability to cut through illusions, to find wisdom and clarity. And doves are symbols of peace, showing this queen is a seeker of truth and justice. The cat beside her may symbolize feline grace with an independent spirit. And as a person or representing character traits, the Queen of Swords is perspective with an independent spirit. They have strength of character and with a straightforward manner and deal with situations objectively. With a sharp and agile mind and a natural appetite for knowledge and information, they have an almost forensic style of reasoning skills. They are a critical thinker who is solution oriented. They like to see fair play and are loyal to and protected of friends and loved ones. They may seem guarded or almost distant at times, tending to their own counsel and preferring a handful of trusted confidence, but they are not someone to be underestimated. May represent someone connected to the legal profession, the government, or uniformed services, police, or military. In divination, the Queen of Swords indicates a mature adult, traditionally female, and it can represent the astrological sun sign connected to the air element, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Reversed or challenging aspects, difficult to please with exacting standards, may be impatient, unforgiving, blunt, critical, or cutting with a sharp tongue, can be vengeful and cross, may come across as cold-hearted, unyielding, steely, and remote. 7 questions, 7 cards for the Temperance reading. Moderation in all things. Card number 1. Something to add to the cauldron. What do I want to transform? The Priestess. Patience is a virtue. A secret revealed, universal mysteries, instincts. The High Priestess has an otherworldly air and appears to be in an aesthetic state engaged in a communion with the divine dance. She skims the water under a new crescent moon, her garment bedecked with stars, symbolic of the unconscious. She is central to the illuminated pillars J and B, Jachin and Boaz. A reference to the entrance of the Temple of Solomon. The mask suggests secrecy. The High Priestess represents represents secrets and universal mysteries and may bring a revelation. It can suggest a secret being revealed, something becoming known that will be to your benefit. So watch and wait. This important piece of information will illuminate the truth and bring an aha moment to enlighten you. So the path ahead should seem clear. The high priestess often shows when events are still developing and lining up behind the scenes. This card may encourage you to explore the hidden depths of your psyche, to seek divine wisdom and gain knowledge through the deeper aspects of life and the higher concepts of spirituality. So tap into your intuition and listen to your instincts. Reversed or challenging aspects can indicate blocked energy or the inner journey taken to extreme, results in being detached from normal life and outside influences, can see it as a return following such a period. Secrets that work to your disadvantage, misuse of spirituality or psychic gifts, a fake guru or psychic scam. Card number 2, something to add to the cauldron. What do I want to transform? The Emperor. Life is what you make it. Leadership and authority, responsibility, structure, and stability. The Emperor dominates the scene as he rises above and surveys his domain and showing one in control and command. Card number 3, something to add to the cauldron. What do I want to transform? The devil, your own worst enemy. Excess unhealthy behavior, secret plans. Engulfed by flames, a bare torso emerges against the backdrop of a large pentacle. The elements of fire and earth dominate, representing unbridled energy and material pleasures. The horned mask can suggest secrecy, but also the blind pursuit of earthly desires. The devil represents the shadow side of human nature, so all forms of excessive tendencies and hedonistic behavior can feature. The card is steeped in the temptations of the earthly and material world. Addictions can sometimes feature as a form of self-enslavement. The devil is like the itch that you can't scratch, yet you're always free to walk away. The devil can indicate a passionate or compelling relationship with a strong physical attraction, and although not usually a healthy one, it can suggest obsession, controlling and manipulative behavior, or a Palestine affair, but check supporting around surrounding cards to verify. It may also carry an aspect of secrecy, such as secret plans being made either by you or others around you. The oppressive nature of this card can add a sense of heaviness when you feel helpless to change a situation. The devil has a toxic quality that can taint any card it immediately follows. Reversed or challenging aspects, when reversed, it can represent release from unhealthy behaviors or negative influences. When upright and followed or surrounded by challenging cards, it can intensify the upright meaning and sometimes indicate nefarious activities. Disposition, the first step of alchemy. What needs to be broken down into its parts? The Knight of Pentacles, trees that don't bend and the wind won't last the storm. Long-awaited outcome, slow and steady progress, long-standing situation. The knight and steed are adorned in suit colors with a pentacle shield and an alchemical sign for earth. They appear to have taken the scenic route as they steadily ride through verdant countryside. The squirrel represents resourcefulness, being industrious and keeping store. The rabbit acts as a reminder of the fable that it's not always the fastest who wins the race. The Knight of Pentacles represents a long-standing situation that finally comes to fruition and can relate to any area of life. It often brings the outcome to a matter that has been patiently awaited. or results finally forthcoming for something that you'd almost given up on. It can indicate a slow burning situation or something developing over a long period of time. So the Knight of Pentacles suggests slow and steady progress and planning for the long term. If you're using the Knight to represent a young person or a facet of personality, they will be steady and reliable, practical and methodical by nature, a fairly mellow. They don't like to be rushed and can be stubborn or set in their ways. Reversed or challenging aspects, situations can become stuck without movement or progress, including financial resources representing a person or character trait. It would assume the less favorable aspects, someone with lack of imagination and ambition, becoming set in bound and boring routines. It may also suggest laziness. Card number 5, purification, the second step of alchemy. What or which parts are essential? What treasures can I see in this journey? The sun, seeing the light, shining success, happiness, and contentment. The radiant sun dominates shown within our solar system in orbit of the planets. The zodiac wheel reflects its influence upon us all as its gravitational force and magnetic field hold the cosmos together in perfect order. The journey of the planets is mapped across the heavens with everything in its rightful place. The sun is an active energy of the conscious mind and physical plane. The sun is one of the most positive signs cards in the deck, as it brings happiness and shining success to every situation. Everything responds to the warmth of the sun and its life-giving qualities. It brings a general joie de or life or circumstances with a revitalizing energy that can add a spring to your step. The radiance of the sun bestows many blessings to whichever area of life it touches. This could be a joyful contentment for marriage and relationships, happiness and family life, restored vitality to health and well-being, success and achievement in your projects and career endeavors, and improvement to prosperity and material matters. Life is good. Reversed or challenging aspect, the sun is one of the few cards that retains a similar effect to the upright card when reversed, just slightly so. However, if the upright card is followed by one that is challenging, it would tend to diminish the favorable qualities and show a downturn to positive events. So card number 6, awakening, the third step of the journey. What do I need to bring to consciousness? What needs to be illuminated? The 3 of Cups, all for one for all. Celebrations, social groups, and events. The image reflects a joyful party atmosphere as we set 3 women dancing with streamers and sparklers. 2 golden cups pour into a third upright and overflowing cup, suggesting an outpouring of emotion and finding unity and shared joy. The 3 of Cups can represent all forms of cheerful celebrations and festivities, from formal social occasions such as weddings and black tie events to formal get-togethers or gatherings with friends and families. It can indicate your friendship groups, socializing or social settings, group activities, and collective or community experiences. On a personal level, it can highlight those celebratory punch-in-the-air moments of life that bring sheer joy and elation, such as buying or selling a home, getting a new job, or receiving any type of good news that brings happiness and abundance of good cheer and reasons for rejoicing. The 3 of Cups brings an overall sense of joie de vivre. Reversed or challenging aspects, the 3 of Cups reversed can suggest being overly indulgent or hedonistic, excessive pleasures, or generally going over the top and overdoing it, but not to the extreme found in the devil, for example. It may indicate feeling isolated, ostracized, or left out by friends. It can also represent the cancellation of a social event or occasion. So card number 7, the final card, culmination, the final step of alchemy. What is the final product? What is the creative work and what is its influence in my life? The 4 swords, all work and no play, makes you go. Rest and recovery, retreat, consolidation. A knight takes rest from recent battles, symbolized by the 3 swords displayed between the banners. So the Ace of Cups in your heart of hearts. New beginnings for love and happiness. Under different phases of the moon, a large golden cup overflows into a vast expanse of water. Both the moon and the water are representative of the conscious and emotional side of our being. It can suggest your cup runneth over. A watchful eye holds the cup in its sight, and the fish swimming in the water represents the depth of feelings in a sea of emotion. The Ace of Cups represents a new beginning for love and happiness filled with emotional abundance and an outpouring of joy. It can show the potential for a new relationship for those seeking romance, while those attached may find it brings a sense of renewal into the love partnership. It can suggest something new connected to home and family that's overflowing with love and brings happiness for all concerned. It's often found with other cards relating to an emotional new beginning that impacts everyone involved, such as the birth of the baby or moving into a new home, for instance. Something that brings a sense of fulfillment and contentment. This is the Ace of the Happy Heart, and whatever this new beginning entails, it represents the things that makes your heart sing. Reversed or challenging aspects, the reverse Ace of Cups drains the content, representing emotional emptiness or unfulfilled or unrequited love. A false heart, a superficial relationship, or one of convenience, a lack of emotional nourishment, blocks to happiness. Temperance, moderation in all things. The 3 of Swords, every rose has a thorn. Stormy emotions, quarrels, and upheavals. 3 swords pierce a heart against the background of a dark sky, suggesting stormy emotions and wounding actions that may run deep. A symbol of the sun, it sits over the heart and can represent the self or ego, which may feel injured. There may be a storm brewing in some area of your life, and it can bring quarrels and upset. There could be a conflict with sharp exchanges and cutting words or hurtful actions that go straight to the heart and wound deeply. As a lower number of the 3 of Swords can show the early stages of a disagreement, so care should be taken to prevent escalation. Upheavals in family situations can sometimes be indicated. Traditionally, this is the card that represents the painful experience of heartbreak in all its forms. However, with challenging cards, it's important to keep things in perspective and relative to any surrounding cards that may be present. This helps provide some context. The 3 of Swords can sometimes represent a long-distance relationship or those separated by distance through circumstance. Reversed or challenging aspects, when reversed, it can represent a disruptive influence that's similar to the upright meaning, but to a lesser extent. Some see the reverse card as healing and relief after strife. If the upright card is followed by one of them a more challenging nature, then it can indicate more serious repercussions developing. The 9 of Cups, Ask and you will receive. A wish fulfilled, abundant blessings, miss 8 cups and golden cups. A jolly innkeeper lifts his own as though raising a toast to you. The full barrels that surround him indicates abundance and a setting associated with good cheer. The Nine of Cups represents a wish fulfilled, bringing warmth and good cheer, and an overall sense of satisfaction with your lot. Life is good, and you should feel well pleased and abundantly blessed, as something you were hoping for comes to fruition, bringing fulfillment to a heart's desire. As one of the most positive cards in the deck, it can bring both emotional and material fulfillment, so the context may be found in relation to the question asked, the spread positions, or any surrounding cards. Happiness and contentment and sensual pleasures may be relevant for some, but generally it is a sign you can achieve your hopes and dreams as the Nine of Cups grants your wish. Reversed or challenging aspects can bring a complete reversal to the upright meaning in that something you sincerely hope for does not materialize or remains unfulfilled. It may suggest receiving something that you wish for that then fails to live up to your expectations. When the upright card is followed by a challenging or less favorable card, it may represent an anticlimax or short-lived result. So the Two of Pentacles, going with the flow. I think I read that. I hope I read that. Yes. The Knight of Swords. Nothing succeeds like success. The King of Swords. Serious and responsible, enigmatic. The King of Swords' steely throne appears to dominate him, perhaps reference to cool exterior he exudes, cold as steel. It floats in the sky of his airy domain, indicating analytical thought as he presents his sword with a serious demeanor. As a person or representing character trait, the King of Swords has an authoritative presence and can make a natural leader with courage and a backbone. Quietly confident with a reserved demeanor, they may appear slightly detached and prefer to get on with the task at hand without fuss or fanfare. They are observant and analytical and a rational thinker with a sharp mind and good intelligence, and a sense and reasoned and articulate individual. They're not inclined to wear their heart as on their sleeves, but they seem something may seem something of a closed book and difficult to fathom, but they have hidden depths. The King of Swords makes a loyal friend and a protective partner, provides good advice, likes to see fair play, and takes responsibility seriously. The card can sometimes represent someone in uniform or legal or justice positions. In divination, the King of Swords indicates a mature adult, traditionally male. It can represent the astrological sun sign connected to the air element, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Reversed or challenging aspects can appear to be in standoffish or unapproachable, tough and flexible and uncompromising, may seem formidable or intimidating. Some see the reverse card as the opposite, representing flawed thoughts and decisions making, or someone weak and ineffectual. The Queen of Wands, the spark of life. Warm and gregarious, spontaneous, the vibrant colors associated with fire dominate the scene. The Queen greets you face on with wand in hand and preparation for action. The fire of her domain burns brightly atop a decorative column as a small dog observes her affectionately, a symbol of loyalty. Examining character traits, the Queen of Wands has an open and cheerful disposition with a bright and bubbly nature that attracts others. They often have a wide social circle and are excellent networkers, social butterflies, energetic and always on the go. There's never enough hours to cram everything into their business and varied calendar. The Queen of Wands is full of fun and makes a loyal friend. They love life and like to make the most of every moment, but can have a fear of missing out. Attention to detail is not their strong point, so they can be disorganized and prefer spontaneity over routine. In divination, the Queen of Wands represents a mature adult, traditionally female, and this may be someone you know or someone of this description who is yet to play a part who will, when appearing in future positions, and it can represent someone with the astrological sun sign of Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Reversed or challenging aspects, the Queen of Wands reversed may be chaotic and unreliable, unpredictable, conceited, and fiery. They may create drama, lack of self-discipline, and can be exploited social climbers, prone to gossip and spiteful if crossed. The Two of Wands, the courage to be oneself. I am late for class. Joint ventures, establishing plans. The traveler walks towards two wands firmly planted in the ground, suggesting taking action with plans becoming established. The two wands in the pathway are illuminated from above, forming a gateway to the future of the inspired vision. Having moved forward from the energy and ideas that the ace brought, the two of wands shows that the early stages have progressed to get something off the ground. This card can show that you're taking the initial steps in the direction of your goals and ambitions, setting your course and putting plans into action. The Two of Wands brings continuation to the journey that begins in the ace. So this usually suggests something that has already been started, taking early plans forward and working with them. On our traveler's journey light, suggesting the initial stage on their path as the vast and yet unknown horizon of their ambition unfolds into the distance. Working groups, business partnerships, and joint ventures can be indicated by this card, along with both formal and informal arrangements of collective endeavors, such as collaborations. Reversed or challenging aspects, there may be difficulty or challenging getting plans underway. It can suggest that scattered focus is preventing progress from being made and a commitment to the task at hand is needed. May indicate a lack of harmony with a business partner or working group. The Seven of Wands, fortune favors the brave. I believe I already did that. Yeah. The Four Swords, all work and no play. The Three of Cups, one for all for one. The Four Wands, turn it a new page. I believe I did that too. No. Let's end this reading out with the Four of Wands. Stability, leisure time, wedding plans. The Four of Wands, I did. Firmly planted in the ground, form a square, an equal-sided structure that can symbolize stability as matters find formation. A family dressed in simple attire appears happy. Yeah, I know I did this. I didn't. Shucks. That just used up some time. So we end this reading with the Four of Wands. Stability, leisure time, wedding plans. Four wands firmly planted in the ground form a square, an equal-sided structure that can symbolize stability as matters find formation. A family dressed in simple attire appears happily and relaxed in peaceful surroundings. The garland adorned for the Four of Wands is often likened to a wedding bower. The Four of Wands brings structure and stability to your plans as a result of the work that has gone before. You should feel satisfied with what you have so far accomplished, which means you can now reward yourself with some time out. I did. I think I was supposed to read the Four Swords. Oh, here it goes. Four Wands. Okay, let me end this reading. That was the Temperance, moderation in all things.